Hi guys, welcome back to Casual Gastronomy. I'm Lauren,
And I'm Aaron.
and today we're making onigiri.
Onigiri, could also be called omusubi in Japan, is a rice ball. Some of you might have seen it. It kind of looks like a triangle with a little piece of seaweed in the center. It can take on a lot of different shapes and a lot of different fillings, but some of the most popular ones are umeboshi, which is like a sour pickled plum, shake, which is salmon, or there's also tuna mayo, which is really good. So we're gonna go to Mitsuwa, look around for some interesting fillings, and then come back, steam up some rice, and try and form our own onigiri.
And we're making onigiri today so we can be prepared for the future when we make onigirazu, which is basically just an evolved or level up version of onigiri. So stay tuned for that in the future.
See what that is. Peace. So we just got out of Mitsuwa and we're doing a little bit of research before we make this very difficult Japanese dish. So we bought some onigiri to try. I got tuna mayo and chicken karaage, which is like fried chicken. What did you get?
I got shrimp tempura and eel.
Alright, which one are we gonna try first?
I'm gonna try the shrimp tempura first.
Okay, I'll try chicken karaage. What does it smell like?
Smells like rice and shrimp tempura.
I smell seaweed very strong.
Yeah.
It smells like the ocean.
I like the smell of seaweed though.
Me too. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you supposed to dip these in anything or just eat it?
I think you're supposed to just eat it. Mine is a little dry. Is yours a little dry?
Mine's dry.
Okay, so maybe these are a little old or something. I just got a big
There's
bite
just,
of
like,
rice.
So much rice.
Wait,
Like-
I think I need to work to get to the karaage part.
Oh, okay.
There was like the tiniest little piece of fried chicken, and it's cold.
Yeah.
I can already see how these will be a lot better fresh and warm.
Yeah. Well, the sign in Mitsuya said you should microwave it to
Did
warm
it?
it up.
What?
It did. I thought you saw.
I didn't see that. Okay, so don't eat these cold.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be better warm. Or like maybe even like dipped in a little bit of soy sauce or something. Like it's good, but my mouth is dry.
Okay. So we know what onigiri, cold onigiri from the store tastes like. I think we're ready to go and try and make our own. It seems very simple and I'm not afraid. This one I feel pretty confident about. Maybe I'm
Definitely.
jinxing us though.
No, I think the hardest part will be like shaping it
Yeah,
and making it look cute.
right. I want it to look like there's a lot of variety in them too. We want to make a beautiful arrangement of onigiri that you could serve to your grandmother.
So stay tuned.
Because onigiri is such a simple dish, there's really nothing to hide behind when it comes to cooking the rice properly. It's important that you use good short grain rice, rinse it thoroughly to remove excess starch, let it soak for 30 minutes, and let it dry for 15 minutes. We used 2 cups of rice and 2 1/4 cups of water, which seemed to work pretty well. The best option for cooking rice is hands down in a rice cooker, but we decided to try out the old school pot method just for fun. For this, you just bring the water up to a simmer, then lower the heat, put a lid on, and cook the rice for 20 to 25 minutes. When it's done, take it off the heat and fluff it up with a spatula to help it cool and steam off a little bit. While that rice is cooking, you can slice the bottom halves of about 3 scallions diagonally and saute them in a pan with a little bit of sesame seed oil. Once your rice is ready, add in the scallions and about a teaspoon of soy sauce and give it a mix. It's okay if it's a little bit uneven. We also cooked a second batch of rice where we added in a tablespoon of ground black sesame seeds to one half to give it a cool purplish gray color, and we left the other half plain. When all of your rice and fillings are ready, it's time to start shaping your onigiri. You'll need a bowl of water and a small dish of salt. Just dip your fingers into the water and rub your hands together. Next, do the same with the salt. Then, grab a palmful of rice. You can use as much or as little as you want, but obviously it's going to be a little bit more difficult to shape the onigiri if you use too little. Next, just place a small amount of your filling in the center, and then push it down while folding the other ends over it. Then, bend your dominant hand into a right angle and use your non-dominant hand as a base while you press the rice firmly into a triangle. It would be a little bit complicated to try and describe all of the nuances of forming an onigiri, but I'm sure that you'll find what works for you after a couple of tries. And if the triangle is too difficult to make, there's nothing wrong with going for a cylindrical shape. Once all of your onigiri are shaped, you have the option of adding nori, sesame seeds, or salmon roe to the outside. I would recommend eating these on the same day that you make them, but they could be stored in the fridge for 3 or 4 days. All you need to do is microwave them for about 25 seconds to bring them back to life. Or you could fry them in a little bit of oil for something like yaki onigiri.
So we have here some fresh, warm onigiri, not like those cold, dry onigiri from Mitsuwa. And I'm very excited to try these. I mean, all it is steamed rice with a little bit of salt and some other toppings thrown in there, but it is so easy and it looks so beautiful. I was worried that it was not gonna look as good as some of the things I saw online, but I'm surprised these look very good.
The hardest part was shaping it. I couldn't get the triangle shaping down, so I just went to make the circle onigiris, but yeah. Hopefully in the future I can master that.
If you're gonna complain about it not being a triangle, that is just over the top to me. It's just a rice ball, people.
You try and shape the triangle and then come back at us.
So it's perfectly fine to make a circle or a sphere too. You can make any shape, have some fun with it, get creative. There's no need to stick to the classic form, but if you want to be that guy who makes the perfect triangle with the perfect little piece of seaweed in there and the perfect amount of filling, you can be that guy. You're free to be that guy.
Should we try it?
All right, I mean, I know these are just gonna taste like rice with filling, but
You know what? It's fine.
which one are you gonna try?
I'm gonna try this.
I don't know which one I want. I'm gonna take this one because I
Okay.
want to try the black sesame rice.
Oh, yeah, I got that one too.
Cheers.
I like the black sesame rice.
Mm-hmm.
And the rice isn't just regular rice, there's a little bit of saltiness
Yeah.
and then nuttiness from the sesame seeds.
Okay. I know you expect this at this point. This was way better than I thought it was going to be. The texture is so good. It's so like perfectly chewy and it's not crumbling and falling apart, but it is also not like sticky. Like it's not sticking to my hand.
And it wasn't hard like
Like how did we make this?
the Mitsuwa one, because it hasn't been in a fridge for many hours.
Right.
But
It's soft, but it's like just cool enough too, where it's not like still warm and falling apart.
yeah.
And this one was rolled in toasted sesame seeds in the outside. So tasty because of that chewiness. It kind of reminds me of mochi,
Yeah.
just not like overly
Similar,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah. So tasty. The salmon is very, very good. There might have been a bone in there.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
Okay, make sure to check your salmon for bones. Salmon is probably my favorite onigiri filling. And this one, I think it's just because we bought good quality salmon. All you need is a little bit to put in the center, and you put a little bit of salt on it and bake it, and it adds a lot of flavor. Onigiri are all about basically the rice being what fills you up, and the little bit of filling in the center is just for all the flavor that you need in it. And a lot of people in Japan use it as kind of like a lunchbox kind of like snack that you bring with you.
Yeah, like on the go.
So I would recommend trying these out and maybe doing that. Use it, bring it to work, bring it to school, mix it up from the normal, what do people eat for a snack?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Hummus?
Yeah, it's definitely a filling snack. Like, eating just one will fill you up for a little bit.
Highly recommend this recipe. Super excited to show you guys the onigirazu. Don't look it up on the internet. Wait for us to show you. You're not allowed to
Coming
Google
soon.
it. We're gonna
Stay
check your
tuned.
history. All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and then you will never miss an episode of Casual Gastronomy ever again. Best episode ever coming up next. Peace, guys.
Bye.